pretty awesome that it's happening. So shout out to that team. And also for letting me get over here to this hotel to also talk a little bit of tech, because I couldn't resist. There's a random Apple event this week. It's the night before Halloween, and they're talking new Macs, new M3 Macs, and, well, we got to talk about it. See, the thing is, in the tech world, a lot of times, obviously these product announcement events are super exciting, but sometimes the story behind, like leading up to the event, is just as exciting as the actual thing being announced. So in the arc of technological progress, hopefully I'm doing this on the right side, usually there's a little bit of an arc, like a really, really fast, explosive beginning adoption phase, and then things sort of even out and become mature and stable. And every piece of tech goes through this arc at different times. With the smartphone world, we're at like the flat part most of the time. iPhone 15 is just a little bit better than iPhone 14, which was a little bit better than 13. But we did have to go through that explosive growth to get here. And then there's other stuff like folding phones maybe that are just at the beginning, or electric cars. We see all kinds of first and second gen electric cars now. So those are clearly at the beginning of that arc where all the early adopter and bleeding edge tech stuff is going on. And so I bring all this up because with our computers, it's actually not quite as straightforward as we think. They've actually kind of had an interesting curve. I think we all agree that computers, laptops, very mature. But what Apple did with Apple Silicon, when they announced Apple Silicon, their own integrated chips that they would be making and designing in-house to replace the Intel stuff that was in MacBook Pros and Macs before, they made this really big dent in the graph. They made a big leap that you don't usually see. So they were very, very stable with all these Intel machines for a while, and then this big jump up to Apple Silicon Macs. And these things were a hit. I love mine. I'm in this hotel right now with my M1 Max MacBook Pro, and you would think this is one of those things that I usually like to stay on the bleeding edge and keep the latest and greatest stuff in my arsenal, but I haven't upgraded this in years because I haven't needed to. It's been amazing. A lot of creators that I know use these laptops. M2